And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soulful Shift 7-Day Guide to Align. Today, we are on day 4. We are going to be focusing on the heart. Now, one thing you may or may not know about me is I'm a little bit of a kick-ass coach, okay? So I can be really gentle, I'm very compassionate, and I'm very psychic. So I can actually feel your energy and I can actually see spirit around you and all of these like crazy things that are constantly happening. And that is fantastic. But one thing you need to know about me is I call people on their BS. I call people to their magnificence so they can show up to their full capacities and see all the possibilities that are in front of them. One of my gifts is I can see that everybody is unique and they have this superpower, right? So I've been talking a lot about superpowers, about procedures, about journaling, about the connection with your beautiful body, the divine feminine, all these divine, beautiful things. And today I want to talk about the heart. We are onto the heart chakra. The heart is phenomenal. The heart is the thing that we really should be following. And what I see, because I do see energy, is I see that people have put a whole lot of padding around their heart. They have covered their heart. They have built up these barriers and these walls so nobody can get in. So I'm going to share a few things with you today. There's so many things that I want to share with you, but there's only so much I can do in 15 minutes to thrive. So we're going to be talking about victim mode versus gratitude mode. Now, why can I talk about this? Why do I teach about this in my Release Your Blocks program, in my up and coming mediumship program? Why do I talk about this? Because I was a victim. I was a victim of myself. I had a really big pain body. I loved to feel pain. I loved to feel, to cry, to feel the pain within me. Why did I want to feel that pain? Why did I want to blame the world for the pain I was feeling? Why did I want to blame the people for doing all these things that they were doing to me? Why? There was always a lot of why. And you may resonate with that, maybe you don't. But up until a few years ago, I had been in victim mode to some level, to some extent, whether it was a little bit, whether it was a lot. I was always in some type of victim mode, in some type of mentality that why is this happening to me? Why do I feel this way? Everything hurt. It really hurt. Let me know if this resonates with you. Do you feel pain of others? Do you feel pain of the world, the collective? Do you feel like that it's just not fair? And there's no right or wrong with your answer. I'm here to help you, to guide you, and to help you align. So basically, what I want to say is we all have superpowers and we all have a unique gift. And I know from doing group coaching and my online programs, what I do is we talk about the different superpowers within everybody, and everybody has one. Even if they don't know it, I just have to ask a few questions and they literally come forward and they tell me what their gift is. And it may be they're a great connector, or maybe that they're really psychic, it may be that they've got an incredible gift of hearing people. Whatever it may be, we have these gifts and they are all different. When we are functioning from why can't I have the life that I chose? Why can't I have this? And why can't I have that? And why was I abused? And why was I in that relationship? And oh my God, I feel like shit. Why don't I sleep? Why did I have hard babies? All these things, when it comes up, we totally and utterly do not see the beauty within ourselves. We do not see those superpowers. We have covered this heart because that person hurt us. And when they hurt us, it was like a stab. It was like a stab in the back. It was like a stab in the heart. And it was painful. So our brain instantly goes, yeah, nah, that's not going to happen again. Let's just cover this baby up. And to get in here, I'm going to give you a whole lot of requirements. And I'm going to have a whole F-load of expectations. So in other words, to get here, you've got to prove yourself to me. And what I want to say to you is nobody owes you anything. Nobody does, including the world. But you owe yourself the grace to look within. You owe yourself the honoring to and the respect to call back that power. So I've got some questions here for you guys in the comments, and this is some journal prompts. You may want to bring this into your journaling. If you feel like you are in victim mode, like life just hasn't dealt you a good hand and you feel like everything's a bit shit, you're a bit broke and you're not completely happy with your relationship and you're not where you want to be, this isn't what you chose, right? Like if you actually feel that way, and I understand if you do, because I did do a lot of work to get out of victim mode so I could function from an attitude of gratitude, a gratitude mode, which I'm going to go into very shortly. And it took me a process. So that's why I really want to share this with you guys. If you feel like you are a victim, what do you love about that? And what is that giving you? Now, this is not a cognitive question. This is a, hey, just flow it out and put the questions down. Because when I realized that being a drama queen was giving me something, and I realized what that was, I was like, whoa. When I realized that smoking was giving me something and drinking was giving me something and being in a relationship where I was, wonky or whatever, like I acknowledge that and go, oh my gosh, thank you for that awareness. Now I can change. So what do you love about being the victim? For me, it was because I didn't have to show up. Because what would showing up mean? It could mean success. Or if it didn't mean success, maybe it could mean failure. And I wasn't willing to fail. What would my siblings and my parents think about me? So it's time to start getting real, guys, to align. It's time to do this unsexy work. And I talk about this a lot. And in my programs, I go deeper, deeper, deeper. But there's no reason why you can't do this yourself. So where are you loving feeling pain? Personally, I love feeling pain because it made me feel alive. Because sometimes I didn't feel like I belonged here or I was even from the earth. I didn't feel grounded because my root chakra wasn't grounded, but all up here was. So basically I was floating around, and that's why I love my husband. He was always just holding on to me going, I've got ya, as I'm floating around. So who is that person that's grounding for you? And what do you, like, where are you feeling the pain, and what are you loving about that? Do you have pain in your heart? Are you willing to release all of this and change? And I'm going to do a little bit of a meditation before we leave, but I'm going to go through these questions with you. Where are you addicted to drama and crave attention because that is all that you have known to be up until this point? What was your childhood like? Let's get real. And if you had a fantastic freaking childhood, that's amazing, but there's still some patterns that will be playing out. So what are those patterns? Did you have to show up a particular way to be loved? Did you have to act a certain way to get attention? Write the stuff down, get real. And, if you are in victim mode, even if it's a tiny bit, maybe you're afraid of being judged or being successful. What does it do in your body when I say to you, failure? How do you feel about failing? So you're going to do a business venture. You're going to go out and you're going to bring your genius to the world, which is what I teach, right? This is my niche. And I go, you're going to go do this, and then you're like, oh, imposter syndrome. I'm afraid I might fail. Do you feel it within your body? And how do you feel when I say success? You're going to do this business venture or however you want to show up in the world. It doesn't have to be business. It's just really about you being you and aligning with yourself for your mission here, right? So you can live your life on purpose. How do you feel when I say success? What does that mean for you? Because I've realized after doing a lot of this unsexy work that I had some attachments to what the word success meant. So I went into victim mode. I'd put myself in there and it would be what we call a secondary gain. So some people get sick and it's a secondary gain. Some people create all sorts of things to stop themselves from being successful, or to stop themselves from like really tapping into even trying before they fail type of thing, right? So I'm sure you're getting what I'm talking about here. So do you find it hard to be grateful? Some people find it really hard to be grateful, and I understand, because when I was like in my victim mode when my children were little, I found it really hard to be grateful for anything. I woke up in the morning and I was like, fuck, got to get through another day. Got to get through another day. How am I going to get through today? I had no gratitude for anything. All I did was complain. And that's why I invite you guys to stop complaining, like completely stop complaining. There's a difference between judgment and awareness. Sometimes you need to clean up your energy, right? But sometimes we're complaining and we're just judging. We're just doing all of this because we don't want to show up. We're going, no, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. No, don't show me my greatness. I will just do anything I can to avoid it. So what is that for you? Do you find it hard to see yourself? And do you judge others? And you don't have to put this in the comments. I'd love it if you do. I'd love to have this conversation. But the truth is, this is for you. This is for you to get real with yourself. I do unsexy work all the time. Just because I'm a coach, just because I'm a psychic medium doesn't mean I'm a guru and I know everything. I'm always working on myself and going, what is the shadow? I said to my sister yesterday, you've done tons of readings. My sister is a medium as well. She's fabulous. She's just started her business. And I go, I thought, am I feeling jealousy? And I just said it to her and she just laughed and she's like, oh my God, you've helped me in my business. And I'm like, but what is this feeling? And I clean it up straight away. I'm stoked that my sister is being successful. I'm stoked that I'm successful. I'm stoked for you to be successful. But we have stuff that comes up for us, and being real with that is doing the work. It's actually doing the work. So I know that the world can be painful. I get it. I know that we lose loved ones. I know that people shit on us, basically. I know that you're probably worried about getting to your goals or even starting because you're afraid that you may not get there, or even, maybe you're just tripping and maybe there's nothing special about you. And I wonder where that has been told to you in society or from friends and family. When we are judging others, we are deflecting our stuff on others. And also we are reflecting, so we are seeing ourselves in others. When we have this awareness, our whole world can change because we don't function from what the person we're judging, like we don't function from the judgment. We actually function from the gift they are giving us. The gift. And as you guys saw yesterday, if you watched yesterday, my little 5-year-old, he came running in and he started doing karate moves. And at first I was like, fuck. How am I going to get this done in 15 minutes? And I've had my kids in here a lot. Like, they jump in and eventually I'm like, okay, they've got to go. But I was like, okay. But I sat back and I was like, I'm just going to let this play out. Like, whatever, right? Like, I've got nothing to lose. And it was the greatest gift of all. And I had friends messaging me afterwards going, oh my gosh, isn't that classic that your son did that and he enhanced the training? So anyway, what I really wanted to talk to you about is this beautiful heart. Now I'm going to do a process with you. Drop your barriers. Okay? And if you are spiritual, or if you're wanting to come on board and do more spiritual stuff with me, I'm going to share this little tip with you. And some of you work with me. Like, some of you have already done lots of stuff with me and you love this. There is nothing to be afraid of. You can't fail. There is nothing to be afraid of. There is no boogeyman. There is nothing that is going to come and get you. So anywhere that all the spiritual leaders or religious leaders or yourself in any time, space and dimension has told you you must be in fear, it is not real unless you make it real. All you have to do is come to your heart. Expand your heart. Be love, be willing to see everything that comes your way, be willing to receive it all, know your truth, and be willing to expand that. Be willing to be seen and to drop your barriers and know that you're fully guided and trust that you are divinely led. So that means we don't need all of this. We're not on Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. But we don't need the armor. We do not need the armor to completely lock us in and make us smaller, make us so solid and heavy. What we require to do is to lighten up, to expand. When you're coming from an expanded point of view from expanded space, like legitimately expanded. Like we got to the universe on all of my meditations and programs. I'll put one of my meditations in here so you guys have an idea of what I'm talking about. But when you go out right out, you can see everything. My sister is a psychic medium. I'm a psychic medium. The reason why we are psychic mediums is because we do have like a gift in our line, of course, but we have no fear. We know that there's nothing to fear. And if we get like an attachment, so if we've got like an entity that won't leave us or anything like that, then we see it. Like, and this is what I teach. I teach you to drop the fear. So, Dawn said, oh my God, I live for recognition, but I have a fear of success. Shadow and light, right there. Beautiful, Dawn. Having these awarenesses, those tiny little thoughts that you have that think are nothing, they are the massive things. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. So I'm going to ask you now to get comfortable. And if you are on replay, and hello Stephanie, hello Dawn, please tell me that you're here, because I've got some fucking amazing announcements to share with you guys later. Sorry, I'm swearing because I'm so passionate and I don't have judgment about swearing, but if your children are listening, cover their ears. I'm just going to ask you to get really comfortable and pop your feet on the ground and have like 3 points of touch. So it could be your butt, it could be your feet, your hands, have your palms up. Take a nice deep breath in, breathing in a white light. Fill up your belly, hold it for the count of 4. And breathe out any stress or tension, and dropping your eyes down and just relaxing into your seat. Okay, do this again, in through your nose. Breathe the white light into your heart. Hold it for a few seconds. And as you breathe out, release any stress or tension or fear. Breathe it out. Let it roll off you into the ground, into the earth. Guys, I'm going to ask you to open your heart. Now I have here a rose quartz. This is a fabulous. I'm starting to channel now, because as you can see, my eyes are starting to go down. I'm like, oh, I feel really, really comfortable and relaxed. It's like being in a bath, like half asleep. It's like when you're doing readings. So this is amazing, these rose quartz. I'm going to ask you now to drop all of your barriers. Drop them down, and I don't care if you don't know how to drop them down, just do it. Trust your being, trust your knowing, trust your spirit. Drop them down, drop them down, drop them down, drop them down. Drop all of your barriers down to the ground. If you have to crack open that massive armor, then get your team around you to do that. Get your guides to do that. Crack that and break it down. Open your heart. Open it up and visualize something you're grateful for today. What are you grateful for? It could be anything. It may be something as small as your pillow was really soft and you got to stay in bed for 5 minutes. It may be your cat loves you unconditionally. Maybe your child gave you an unexpected cuddle. It may be that you got a bonus at work, or maybe that you are starting to figure out who you are. Find something you're grateful for, and I want you to expand your heart like it's warm, and expand your entire heart, like the warmth throughout your entire body, so your whole body is like a glowing white light. Now I want you to burst the white light throughout that body into your aura, and have your aura like this amazing, like white sparkly cocoon that you are in. Only love and light lives here. Now burst through that aura to fill up the room of your white sparkly energy. Dropping all barriers, dropping your head down to your heart. No thinking required here. Expand out even further to fill up the whole entire house. Now expand further to fill up the town you're in, the city that you're in, the island that you're in. Expand, 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 and expand even further. I'm going to ask you now to go around the world and through the world. Expanding, expanding, expanding. This is how large you are, my beautiful. This is how large you are, how large you truly are. Expand out to the universe now, dropping all barriers. This rock is getting hot. Oh my goodness. Expand, expand, expand. And just trust, if you are here on replay if you are listening in years to come, that all of this healing is divinely coming to you right now, to your soul. I can see it, I can feel it. And I invite you to ask for healing of your heart, softening of your heart, expansion of your heart, and expand all the way out to the universe, dropping your barriers and knowing that you are guided and loved, that you are safe. Now I'm going to ask you to invite love, to invite alignment, to invite Source, God, the universe, whatever aligns with you, the angel, spirit, to come in and to really contribute to your healing, to your alignment, to your chakra alignment, and any downloads that are desiring to come through your body into your soul, into your heart, to be integrated in this space. Allow that to happen now. You are no longer a victim. You are a strong warrior. You are of the divine. You have a mission and a purpose. Allow it to all integrate into your body, into your heart center, into your soul. Trust, know, be that you are here on purpose. Trust, know, and be your capacities and your superpowers. Taking a nice deep breath into your body, a beautiful white light filling up that body again. And as you're breathing out, visualize any extra stress or tension, anything that is unaligned, no matter what it is, to roll off your body and into the earth, to nurture the earth. And I want you to touch your fingers and your toes, wriggle them around, bring yourself back into your body. Do a stretch, put your hand on your heart, be in gratitude, and have the intention that from now on I'm choosing to be aligned. I am not a victim. I take full responsibility for myself, for my being, for my spirit. I am not a victim. I'm a warrior. I am in gratitude for all things that come. Now, talking like this is legitimately how I talk every day, all the time, because I realize that being in victim mode, and I know I'm going over time here, guys, but I realize that being in victim mode was really not serving me. Like, it was actually painful. I really didn't enjoy it. And I realized that having fun and joy, and not obsessing with my mind about how to get from A to Z, but just trusting that I will. And if I, like, this whole entire Soulful shift was downloaded at 4:44 in the morning, and I got up and it was so aligned that I created it. And it's a free group. Like, what is the point? Like, the mind goes, well, what is the point? Where's the strategy? What is this? What is this? And I'm just following the energy. And I invite you to be that in your life as well. Because I can see energy, and I can see yours. When you are, if you're a holistic practitioner or a coach, or you're a spiritual entrepreneur, or you're on this consciousness journey of alignment, I can see the difference in your posts, the difference in your smile, the difference in your energy. I message people all the time and go, hey, how are you going? Because I'm tapping in. You have these abilities too. I just want to let you know this. I know this is quite out there, but this is... this is what I teach. This is a snippet of what I teach. And you can ask anyone who is on here that has done my programs. They will say, whoa, but you have to be willing to get out of victim mode. I personally don't work with people in victim mode because they're choosing it. You are not your story. Your story will empower others, but you are not your story. You are you. And if you've had a hard story, then you've probably had a hard story because you've got a really big mission to share. So I invite you to do the unsexy. I invite you to show up to your world. I invite you to receive this healing I've just gifted you. My heart is going right now to you. And I want to say thank you for choosing you. Start off with the little things of gratitude. Start off with the little things. Start off with, today my husband said, whoa, it's really dull and pouring down with rain. And I said, oh, I'm so grateful for days like this. Like, I love miserable days, but I love sunny days. And I know this may be triggering you if you're in victim mode, because you might be like, shut up, don't be so happy. I used to be triggered by happy people too. So I don't blame you. Tell me if I'm triggering you, and I'll help facilitate you through that. Okay, guys, I've gone well over time. I absolutely adore you. Please comment, please share, and stay tuned, because I will probably be tagging you in it, but I have an announcement later, and I'm going to go because my sister is ringing me.